access. I think Senthil, you have asked for the difference between this RCCB and the ELCB, right? Okay. Meanwhile, people comes, we'll discuss on this doubt. Basically, this RCCB and ELCB are same. If you see, I'll take in a general example. ELCB is our keypad mobile. RCCB is our touchscreen mobile. It is about the advanced version of ELCB. It will give more protection on various conditions, or I can say from protection against various different types of faults, including both earth leakage and also other imbalances in the supply. So if you see in RCCB, it is about the same. It will save us from the electric shocks and also protection against fire hazards also. And it basically it works on the imbalance of the voltage and also the currents which are there in the system. It is more or same. It is an advanced version of RCCB. It is also called a residual current circuit breaker. Once the RCCB introduced, most of the ELCBs have been replaced by this RCCBs. Okay. Come to the point. So we have discussed this no load protection. I will see it is visible.
Yes, sir, visible.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Therefore, there should be a protection of the following measures. So definitely we'll have employee trained on electricians and also given them a full information regarding the possibility of arcing and the fuses. And handles of the switches or fuse box should be insulated, and also leather hand gloves has to be provided, rubber hand gloves to avoid the electric shock. And no load protection and also the protection against the accidental contacts are necessary. At no load and no more current is desired, therefore the low current rated fuses are selected. So whenever you're putting the low current fuses, what will happen? It gets tripped properly. And fuse box cover should be a small and also a aperture to introduce end of the voltage tester to ensure that the contact are alive or not. And also the box flash proof cover should be as such that it is opened, it will stop the current. It is about the interlocking system. The earthing standards. So IS 3043, the code of practice for earthing, and also the National Electric Code SP30. You can refer for more detail about technical detail about earthing. And the purpose of equipment earthing is to protect the equipment from danger to the life or risk of fire due to the leakage of current through the metal work and also through the person in contact. These are the two ways. One is protecting the equipment as well as the humans which are in contact. Now we'll see a lockout and tagout. This also we have discussed. This is also one of the practice in place for the protecting the people. So lockout and tagout are generally industrial practices indicating warning that the equipment or machine so located or tagged out and shall not be used till that lock or notice is removed. So this lockout tagout will be is isolating of the energy, either it may be electrical, pneumatic, chemical, or a stored energy, or any pipelines. So everything can be lockout. A lockout means makes the equipment or machine inoperative or power isolated so that it cannot be started or used. And the locked or label or notice or lockout indicates that this equipment or machine is faulty. So whenever you are putting your lockout tagout on the equipment, it is stating that it is under repair. Or a maintenance is locked for the purpose of not using, and it will this lock or notice exits. So when it is done, we will remove that lockout and tagout. Now we'll see the procedure, how it works. So before locking or tagging, we'll inform to the concerned operator or user in that line, or if you are using any specific equipment, ఏదైతే మనం equipment మీద పని చేస్తామో వాళ్ళకి inform చేస్తాము. And equipment will be isolated or de-energized and also given the time to complete or stop their work. So we will isolate the supply if it is electricity. If it de-energize, if it any pipeline you are doing lockout, we will remove the complete material inside the pipe, we will drain. Then plan the shutdown and make the system off. Then insert a lock and attach the tagging. Then we'll put a lock, then we'll put a tag. In the tag, we will keep the who has done the lockout, then his contact number. Test that the isolation is positive as well as the for the expectations. Once you have done lockout and tagout, we will verify it. For example, once you switch off the supply near the breaker, you have applied the lockout and tagout. Once you come back, you will try to switch on the machine near the switch gear. Then once the repair and maintenance work is over, open the lockout and tag. जब काम खत्म होता है, then we will open the lockout and we'll give it back to the machine to the concerned user. Again, inform to the concerned people that the locking or tagging is removed. Now they can use that machine. So while doing this, so the key, it depends on internal practices. Generally, they used to have multiple keys if the multiple parties have been involved. For example, if any production that equipment is locked, so there will be a key with the one with the production and one will be the maintenance guy. If any third person is involved, then third person who is physically working on that equipment, he will also have a key so that he will be protected. Then lightning arrestor, this also be acquired yesterday. So it is the purpose is to attract the lighting and also bypass into the ground and not allowing it to pass through any combustible materials. Also, a pole type of long rod, good conductor is attached to the tallest structure, and because of its good conductivity and low electrical resistance, the electrical current lighting is directly passed into the earth, and it is necessary to check the continuity and also the resistance of the lighting arrestor at a regular intervals. It is a low resistance conductor, and also the resistance of the earth bit also maintained in such a low that any lightning which is attracted, it has to come to directly to the earth. Now let's see electric work in hazardous atmosphere. I think here itself we have covered this. So there is an Indian standard 5572 for the divides the zone area or hazardous area classification. If you see zone 0, here the hazardous atmosphere exits continuously and the vapor space of enclosed pressure vessels, storage tanks or closed containers. In the sense, the atmosphere, it is continuously present, zone 0, the flammable atmosphere. And zone 1 will be either hazardous atmosphere, it is likely to exit at any time. Therefore, the fullest practicable measure should be applied to prevent the hazardous electrical conditions at any time and also any circumstances. Here, anytime it may happen. It is not continuously present this hazardous atmosphere, but anytime it may happen. In zone 2, here are the hazardous atmosphere is likely to occur only under abnormal operating conditions. This classification is applicable only where a fire or explosion hazard is unlikely and also may be caused only by the simultaneous or improbable occurrence or arc or spark resulting from electrical failure or hazardous atmosphere rising through a failure of condition. In the sense, here any accidental situations, any accident happens. In that case, here this hazardous situation may rise up. Okay, those are the zone classifications. Now we'll see what kind of flame-proof electrical equipments. These are the different types of electrical equipments we can see. One is flame-proof or explosion-proof. It is called type D, and increased safety type E, and intrinsic safety it is type I, non-sparking type N, and also pressurized type P. These are the different types of flame-proof electrical equipments which we use in this hazardous atmospheres. For example, zone 0, zone 1, zone 2 will be, we can see our tank form area, and inside the tank will be zone 0, outside may be a zone 1, or process blocks, it may comes under zone 1 because every time there is no chance of presence of hazardous atmospheres. if you see the usage, so where you use a flame proof or symbol D equipments in zone 1 and zone 2, increased safety will be used in zone 2, non-sparking in zone 2, pressurized in zone 1 and 2. Those are the Indian standards you can refer. If you see, advantage will be robust and permits maintenance of internal equipment, and increased safety will be cheaper, suitable for all the gases, long life. So wherever there is a leakage of gases which is involved in your process, or storage of the gas equipments or pipelines, or any storage, there you can use this increased safety electrical equipments. And non-sparking, which is cheap, will be used for working in these atmospheres. And pressurized will be safe, suitable for all the gases, can be modified and also maintained. So this pressurized also will be used for zone 1 and 2. Okay. With this, we have done this topic. If you have any questions, we can discuss. Any questions? Yes, and then you can talk now. The subject will be, which is IS 102. I think somebody asked 1 second. Sai Durga Rao, which we are discussing IS 102, which is safety engineering 1. These are the subtopics, which is electrical hazards and their control measures. Yes, Senthil.
Sir, what are the possibility of the questions? It may have 3 marks or 5 marks or 10 marks.
No, here
Just yeah.
Mostly what will happen in this, they may ask you what are the different types of electrical hazards, and also what are the different types of the safety measures we can take. Sometimes I have seen question papers, they ask what are the general safety measures, and also what are the hazards which is associated with the electricity, and also they will ask us to give the control measures. It may ask for 3 marks, it may ask for 10 marks. I can say you most probability for the 10 marks. They'll ask you
10 marks.
hazards and the control measures. Or what are the, like you can write all these ELCBs, SLCBs, and no load protection, earthing, lightning arresters. All you can write, and you can explain the few more in detail, so that you will get the full marks. Sometimes they may ask you only for the explain the different types of electrical hazards in a short answer also. But high chances for the long answer.
Okay, thank you.
Just 4 days back. Okay, no problem, Sai Ram. So what will happen once we have completed with all the papers? Definitely we'll have a review. I mean, or review in the sense, sorry, revision of the topics again. Don't worry. And for anyhow, you're joined late, but I request you to, I mean, join regularly on the classes. Don't miss now. So because mostly we have finished with IS 102. We have another 1-2 topics. Then we'll start with IS 103. You are not so late. We have just completed management paper, which is easy. And definitely we'll have a revision sessions. You can cope up there. No problem. Any questions from others? Okay, if no questions, we will wind up the session today. And happy weekend. We'll meet in next week. Thank you so much. Thank you, Durgarao. Bye.